Sorry guys, my phone overheated. And we're back, says Rob. Yep. Sorry, buddy. It overheated on me. I had to move it over in the shade just as I was getting ready to do that clean out. Been known it overheated, but somebody threw up that I was spinning, and I looked, and sure enough, I was spinning. So I've got the phone back in the shade now. So what I'm going to have to do is kind of turn it around. But you know what? Where it's at, I think you guys can watch the cleanup just fine right there. I think. Now if I can get on the right chat. I'm trying to set my tablet where I can read chat on the right chat. It says it's still going, but it's the other's live. I don't know. I can read it here on my phone. There I am. Bad Ideal says, yeah, sorry guys. My phone overheated, and when it came back on, it started a new live. I've never had it do that. But when I look at my tablet, it says the old live's still running. So that's weird. GP's kind of an idiot when it comes to this stuff. Hey, there's that live, but I can't open it up now. Good. So I'll just read it off my phone. Hi, Michael. Again, sorry guys. The phone overheated. I had to move it to the shade just as I started to clean up. So we'll start to clean up all over. Get a little water off in the pan here. I've already loosened my wing nut. And that is plumb full of Missouri heavy sands. And hopefully it's plumb full of some Missouri gold. We're hoping. Just turn that dream mat up like that, holding it over my pan. Give her a little shake right here as I run her down through that pan, cleaning out all them vortexes, cleaning out all them cells. She looks pretty clean to me. Looks pretty clean to me. Love that, how easy that is to clean up. And here's that indicator mat. Slide that out of there. And I can see several visible pieces of gold in that indicator mat. We're going to dump that down in here. That's just V matting, old piece of ribbed V matting that I stick up there in the top of that. hold that pan like so, and then I'm gonna turn that pump on and finish cleaning that out. Let the pump do the work for me. All right, that ought to be good. That ought to be good one time. Let's stick that back together real quick here. I always like to stick it all back together when I get the chance like that. There went my smooth water header box. Fasten that back down in there good. Now, since that sun got in my way, I want to pan that out with you guys. So I'm going to move this over. My little panning station here. Can't cover up my coffee. La Pointe, the Mighty Merlin. I am in Southwest Missouri, friend. All right, we're gonna turn that just enough that you guys can watch me pan this out. And that's all the cons right there that we caught in that dream mat. So we turned that half a bucket into that little bit. Less cons, more gold, dream mat. We're gonna stratify down there. I hear a siren going. Go get them, heroes. Nice piece of quartz right there. Pretty. Pan that lighter stuff down off there. Sneak over here and look at chat while I'm doing this. Nick Molner, howdy. Howdy, Jeffrey. We got 105 people in there. Please hit that like button, guys. It sure helps the channel. And subscribe. It's free. And anything free is worth saving up for. So that's about all I'm going to take off that. We'll pan her back. I'm having a little trouble reading chat because I had to switch material. I had stuff get hot. It's hot here today. Hey, Tuesday. I'm doing pretty good. How are you today, sir? Hopefully have that. Guess I should look at the camera when I pan that out. But I was looking for shiny. I know there's gold in there. I seen some. I'm gonna pull that back some more here. I see a little tiny pieces of pyrite flipping around in there. I was afraid of that when that sun came out and started shining on my phone that it was going to overheat. I'm using an old iPhone 10 and it gets hot fast. There's Rivendell. Howdy, Rivendell. Look here. That's gold. That's gold right there, guys. Missouri gold. It's small, but it's gold. We're going to concentrate on that other side of the pan, let that gold set on that right side while we run this left side here. Wash them lighter material back down there one time. Stratifier back down, get her up there in the center, give her a little tap, train that gold to go where we want it to. Hey Jared, Flying Arrow, how you doing, pal? I got sweat rolling off me now, that sun come out. I got a canopy set up and I'm underneath of it, but still it's feels like I'm 3 inches from the sun. I don't know how Zaxxon takes it. That is for me, now that's a piece of pyrite, but up above it, that's a nice little chunk of gold. At least for me it is. Got some good heavies in there. Nick's gonna be doing some backyard panning as soon as he gets him some pay dirt. Big old heavy pieces of rhyolite in there. Look at that. Piece of pyrite. I like pie, right? Oh, look at that. That's pyrite. Pretty though. It's still pretty. Pretty pyrite. I hope you guys are finding your way back into the stream. We got 98 people that found their way back. We had a little over 300 in there before the phone went down on me a while ago. It's aggravating when that happens, but I don't know. I'm just not very good at these vertical lives. I'm not very good at any of the lives, to be honest with you. Wash more of that lighter stuff off there. I'm gonna run all that material again here in a minute just to see if the Dream Mat, if I had it set right, if it blowed any out, see if I missed any. Quality control on my equipment, you know. But I'm seeing some, you know, I'm very satisfied with the amount of gold that I'm seeing in here. I believe it is going to be a weighable amount from what I can see. Heck yeah, I'll take it, Rob. Wesley Hatfull. Right there's the guy that designed the smooth water header box you guys are watching me put together. I don't know if you talked to Jason or not, Wesley, in the last couple days, but GP did a rookie move, and let's put it this way, I've got some more smooth water header boxes coming my way, because the one that I used the most, I did a rookie move and I snapped it. 100% my fault. It was nothing to do with the design or the equipment. It was to do with GP has got gorilla paws, and I just snapped it. Backyard Trucker, howdy. Welcome in, pal. You know, Nick, I don't think you've ever had a GP bag either, Nick, and you've been a supporter for a long time, another piece of pyrite. And I know you're up there in Canada, but I've had some really good luck with sending pay dirt to Canada. I've sent several bags to ATC, and they've all went through, every one of them. That one piece right there. I call that a picker. A lot of people wouldn't, but for me, that's a picker. It's a picker. So I guess what I'm saying is you need to email me, Nick, and let me have your address, and I need to see if I can send you a GP bag, because we like all of our loyal subscribers to get a GP bag. You got to have at least one. That is for sure a Missouri picker. Have a look at that, guys. Ooh-wee. Oh yeah, I heard it. It's a picker, it's a clinker, it's a clunker. It's a fine day in Missouri when you can find a chunk of gold that size. We're getting a pretty good little, uh-oh, my picker rolled down. My picker went down. What do? Pick it up. Pick it up, dummy. It is a fine day when you can see a smile like that. Now, Mama Bird may have been hiding this bucket because I found it in her, what we call her rock room. That's where she keeps all her buckets full of rocks that she's collected over the years. And trust me, she's got dozens of them in there. And if my daughter-in-law hadn't got a hold of me this morning looking for buckets for her classroom, I would have never found this. And that's usually what we get. Now, there is, down there by where they do the mining at here in Missouri, there is a couple places that we can find some chunky gold. There's some actual deposited. It's not glacier gold, it's deposited. It come up with the volcanoes in the St. Francis mountain range at Rowlett, and granite there pushed it up. Trying to keep this where y'all can see it, and at the same time where I can see it. That's kind of hard to do in this sun. About time for me to go get that old snuffer bottle, because some of this is trying to get away on me. Let me see if I can trick it to go over here this other side. Looky there one time. Love it when the gold, you can trick gold. Move over, gold. I'm gonna set that pan there and grab my snuffer bottle. I've got, that's way more than I thought I was gonna have. That is definitely a weighable amount. I don't know how much, but I'm gonna guess there's close to a quarter gram there. Got it. Got them pieces that were throwing me a fit there out of there. We're gonna run that material one more time down that dream mat, but I'm pretty sure that dream mat got it all the first go around. It generally does. I'm gonna suck that up. Got it. A little bit of flyer gold left in there. Some micros, minis. Pull that back one more time real quick here. Make sure I didn't push anything down. Here are neighbor's doggies barking over there. protecting their owners, doing their job. Probably in Missouri. All right. Got that washed back down there. So, come on. Put some of this water in here. We're going to run that again. Let's see if that dream map missed anything. Let's find out. Let's find out if it missed anything. I'm going to leave the phone like it is. Just turn that like that. Hey, Steven Stark. Howdy, pal. How much can you make doing this? Billy, I don't make anything doing it because 80% of our goal we give away, we give back to our subscribers. But you know, as a hobby, you can make your gas money back. And Refrochus has got a great point there. Kush Cloud, welcome in, Kush Cloud. You know what, Kush Cloud? Subscribe, like, and come into our lives. You could get some of this Missouri gold because every week we give this stuff away. That's kind of what me and Mama Bird do. We love to share the love. I'm gonna move that out of the way. Set my bucket back up there. Run this stuff one more time. We're gonna see if this dream mat, if it caught it all, if it missed it all. We're gonna see what happened exactly. Very relaxing. You're right, Nick. It is very relaxing. Who doesn't like free gold? That's right. Dina Littlehell. She's headed to the Swift River, I'll bet you. Dina, we just, in the snuffer bottle here, we got some good Missouri gold. It's not as good as gold as it is there on the Swift River, of course. But it's fairly good gold. Good for us. And we're going to run our tellings to see if the dream map might have kicked anything out. See if we lost anything. But I'm willing to bet that we didn't lose anything. I need to kind of scoot over so I can read chat while I'm doing it. I like to read chat while I'm doing it. Hey, Chase Carper, howdy, pal. Chasing Cheddar, Chris, howdy. You got that right, Tim. It's that easy. Ask any one of these fine folks that come into our lives. We love to share the love. $400 miles. That's, you know, we don't travel that far every time, but we do travel between 2.5 and 5 hours here in Missouri, depending on which creek we're going to get to it. This weekend, we're doing the 5-hour trip. It's way, that's where we get our best gold at, though. Down by the St. Francis River in the St. Francis Mountain Range in southeast Missouri. And if you look it up, in 1860, a little town called Fredericktown in southeast Missouri is where the gold was discovered at there, back in 1860. And there's stories that, of course, you get stories from anything, but one of them's from a United States of America geologist that says that there was when he went down and checked it, there was so much gold, you could pick gold nuggets up the size of your fist. And that a local blacksmith had a solid gold belt buckle that was 8 inches in diameter that he forged out of gold that he just picked up out of the river down by there. Now, wouldn't that be something, guys? Well, Kush Cloud 420, you sound like a decent guy, and you've been in here over 15 minutes, so I'm going to turn you blue, and we're going to keep our eyes on you, because some of these fellers are managing mods, and if you don't act right, they'll send you to the bus station. But that'll give you a chance to connect with some of these other great channels, and also you can go in and check my channel out, and Mama Bird 70. Each week we do giveaways on her channel as well. Yeah, and that's just it. Getting permission is always great, but if they ever sell the land or lease it out or anything like that, at least here in Missouri, if somebody leases the land, they lease the mineral rights to it as well, and it puts the kiboshes going in there and prospecting. Well, I'm not seeing anything yet in the indicator match, which that's exactly what we wanted to not see. Was nothing in there. Bill Snodgrass, morning, top of the morning to you, sir. You live in a boot hill, but you're from Springfield. Well, we are located west of Springfield is where I'm at. That's where we live, but we get our gold down close to the boot hill. I'm sure you know where the St. Francis River runs through there, and the Current River, and you know where Ironton is down in that area. And that's about all I'm going to say, but there's some nice gold down in that area. Squarish plum. You know what? You say that, Squarish, but me and Mama Bear, we have RC toys, and we do play with them sometimes. Adventures in Michigan with Lisa sent us a nice Momo doll, and we're going to strap it to one of our RC trucks, and we're going to run it around down at the creeks when we're down there. We're going to have some fun. Just because I'm growing up adult and old don't mean I can't have fun. Kenny Spears Jr., I absolutely know where you can find gold in Ohio, sir. There's some great gold in Ohio. If you get up around Butler, Ohio, or Belleville, Ohio, there's a couple rivers up there and creeks that are holding some amazing gold. I just got back from Ohio, me and Mama Bird did, about 3 weeks ago, and we found some decent gold. Now, with that said, we only got to prospect 2 days. We was up there for 5, but we only got to prospect 2 because it rained and stormed and the rivers come up and we couldn't get out in the creeks. Allie T says the gold in that country hasn't been dug up yet. That makes it interesting. What is even better is if you're in a country like that and you're allowed to dig up gold and it hasn't been dug yet. I was reading in a geological magazine the other day that they don't know why, but there's parts of Australia that have already been mined and there's new outcroppings that was never discovered that they're just now finding, as if it was just being pushed up. Now that, when I read that, that was cool. Seeing we're here in Missouri, where we find this gold at, there's a big fault line where the volcanoes made the mountain range. There's a big fault line. We have earthquakes there quite often as well. But that, I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with the outcroppings of gold that we do find here. can't see chat right now. I'm trying to rinse this bucket out. I'm not doing a very good job of it, I have to say. I had to move my camera and everything's kind of bass-ackwards, if you know what I mean. That was a pretty good little clean up. We've got to get them black sands out of there. Flip him out. Flip him out. Way out. Hey, that'll work. That worked. Got it. Good enough. Good enough. Now we can do another clean. Now let me catch up with Chad here because I was over where I couldn't read it. That fault line's in the boot hill. Yeah. I can walk there. We have plenty of little quakes. Yeah, you're right. That's a fact. And you know, some of them quakes you guys have down there, we fill them all the way out here in Greene County. Well, Nick, thanks for coming in and thanks for jumping around the chats with me. I appreciate it, brother. You have a great day. Send me that email with your address too. We got 180 people in here watching, it looks like, or 150. 65 likes. Please remember to hit that like button. Mom Dog, I know I've seen you around, so you need to be blue. There ain't no reason why you shouldn't be. Now, I'm going to shut this speed controller down, and now I'm going to move this material out of the way. Not putting it in a bucket or nothing. This is going to go right over into, actually I'm going to take some of these pieces. Look at that. That is a piece of mineralized quartz that's got granite all running, hosted in it. That's the kind of stuff I like to crush. And I found some gold in it. So I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to pull that stuff out of it one day and crush it up and see if there's any shiny in it. And then I'm going to dump this stuff over in the Mama Bird's rock garden. Might be stuck in or around or under or behind it. Might be stuck in or around or under or behind it. Good enough. Throw that equipment back together like that. Indicator mat. Slide that drain mat back up in there. I know that there at Coos Canyon, Byron, Maine this weekend, they're having a nice prospector meeting up there. And a lot of our friends are going to be there. And I wish we was there with them, but we're just not. We're going out on an adventure of our own here in Missouri. We're going to be down around the St. Francis Mountain Range this weekend. Digging in, getting that some more of this shiny. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Got that drain mat put back in there. Tighten that wing nut down. Got it. Now we just got to move this back over here and pan her out one time with you guys. And see if we missed anything that first go around. Try to keep up with Chad here a little bit. Hey, Wrench, welcome in. Screen went black. Well, I can still see the screen. Hope, everybody still see me all right? Because it looks like I'm still good on my end. Got 190 people in there. 81 likes. I appreciate that. Sure humbles me. To Kent, Missouri. I've drove through it, but I've never been down there prospecting before. But I'd absolutely be willing to give her a try, I can tell you that. And we're going to be down in that area, not too awful far from there. We're headed out tomorrow morning, as soon as we drop the fur kids off. Hey, Mama Bird! Mama Bird, I'm going to tell you right now, this had some really good gold in it. Definitely a weighable amount. I don't know how much because I haven't weighed it. But I lost my first live stream. Had to create a second live stream because my phone got hot. And this is the second clean out of the. We're qualitating this to make sure that that dream mat works as well as I claim that it does. I got some pretty pieces of mineralized quartz, mineralized granite, and some rhyolite that was in there. And we met a new friend here down in southeast Missouri. There's you look at that piece of mineralized quartz one time. That's a crusher. We're gonna pan this back and see if there's any shiny in there, which I don't hope there's not. But you know what? That's why we do a quality test to make sure I had the sluice set up right, make sure the equipment was running right. Because you want to know when if you got everything set the right angle, the right flow. That's a nice little piece of pyrite, another nice piece of pyrite, but I'm not seeing no gold yet. Now nope, that's pyrite. I seen it flaking. I thought there was a piece of gold there. That's a piece of rhyolite right there. Heavy stuff, that rhyolite is. I do see one piece of gold. So out of all that gold that we got, I see one piece still in there. That's pyrite. Right there. That's all the dream map missed the first go around. So I'd say we got 99.9% of it. And we're going to do us a snuffer dump here. Clean that pan up. Get all the black sands out. And we're going to dry it up and weigh it up right here. We're going to see how much we got right here in this snuffer bottle. Snuffy, as Mega Dog calls it. Snuffy! I hope you're still in there, Mama Bird, to see that big, huge galaxy. We got a nice picker in there. Nice picker. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this picker. Look at that beautiful monker. Blink. Beautiful piece of gold. You guys want to see a pretty smile? Get that in there and get the rest of them black sands out of there that I sucked up with Snuffy. Snuffy the Snuffer. Not to be confused with Squirto the Mama Bird. That's beautiful gold. We may have to use this to make up another special GP 2,000 subscriber giveaway bag that we got coming up next month in July. We passed our 2,000 sub mark and we decided to do a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. That is a pretty smile, folks. Missouri gold right there, and one Missouri picker. Now that's a Missouri picker, but it's actually a looking at it even closer, and I'm going to look at it when I get in the house under the microscope. But that is a specific because it is in a quartz host. And every great once in a while, we'll find rocks, gold in a quartz host here in Missouri. And we hang on to them when we find them and keep them. But we might give that one away. Mama bird right now saying, mine's growing on chicken's butt, GP. We ain't giving that away. We might give it away, Mama bird, as a special giveaway during our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. All right, let me get my, it wouldn't take long to dry that out in the sun today. Let me get my equipment over here. That scales are hot. The pan's hot. Everything's hot. It's hot. It's hot out here today, I tell you. Well, I got my little pan here. You guys have always seen me use on the lives. Weigh the gold up with. Look in there. Got her all out. Tons of micros and some one picker and some nice flaky flakes. So, one specimen, really nice specimen too. We're gonna pour that off there one time. Careful not to spill none of that precious gold out of there. A little chat here. Huh. Took a minute to light my torch of terror. Must have got a little water in it. But she's lit and we're drying her out now. Mama bird calls that the torch of terror. It's dry, good enough. Good enough. Let me set that down. Now, get me a drink of coffee there. Now we gotta set this up and see if we can get that camera where you guys can see these scales one time. Turn that again. Zoom in on them scales. Hopefully you guys will be able to read them. Turn them on. Make sure she's teared out there. She's teared out. I cannot see if you guys can read them or not, but I think you can. I can read them. And we're gonna pour that in there. .421. You kidding me? Are you kidding me one time? .421. Ooh, can y'all see that? Can you all see that? .421. I do have a little chunky chunk of black sand in there that might be affecting that weight just a little bit. See it there? Little chunky chunk. Let's try check that again. Watch, still turd it out. .410. Yep, that was a piece of heavy. .410. That make a heck of a GP bag to give away. I'm having trouble seeing where. Boom. .410. Have a look at that, guys. So yeah, Mama Bird, what do you think? What do you think? Let me turn that camera back up here. Zoom back out. I can talk to you fine people. You know what? I can just flip it around here. Boom. And look, you don't think I ain't sweating? It's hot out here. I guarantee it's in the 90s. And I'm in the shade under a canopy, guys. Nice shiny cheddars, GP. Thank you. Alice T says, Nuggets. Allie T, I've seen you in chat before. You need to be turned blue. Right on, man. In your soul, you need to be turned blue as well. Anybody that comes in here and stays in here and is good people, they get moderated, and that way you guys can connect to these other fine channels. And I'm sweating and drinking hot coffee. Something wrong with GP. There's something wrong with GP. You know what's wrong with me? I got gold fever. Woo! Gold fever is real. It's highly contagious. There isn't no cure. And guess what? We don't want one. We don't want no stinking cure. That's a win. I'll be home, Mama Bird said. Mama Bird's coming home for lunch, guys. So that means GP's got to get Mama Bird's lunch ready. I want to thank all 183 of you. I want to thank all 112 of you that have liked that smash button, smash that like button, lick that like button, and anything else you could do to make that thumbs come up. And guys, I'm going to tell you what, I appreciate each and every one of you. Michael, that right there was probably a weekend. That was probably a weekend, buddy. We go down usually for 2 days. This time we're going down for 4 days though. And I've got so many buckets cleaned up, ready to go, and I'm bringing them back home. Every time that we go down, we'll run them down to concentrates, just like what you guys seen, and then we bring our concentrates back home. Yeah, Allie, it was a fun weekend. Yeah, that's right, Michael. Ben, the first video, is it still looping? I don't know how to stop that. My phone overheated, and when it cooled back off, the live come back, but it was a brand new live. And I don't know what that means. But I'm gonna while I'm saying my goodbyes, I'm gonna moderate some of you in here, so you come back on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we'll see you guys then. Rob, you have a good day. And thank you so much, Rob, for all that you've done. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Thank you all. Jeffrey Payne. Jeffrey, that gold was out of the river, right out of the river, out of the creek down in southeast Missouri. Blind Prospector. You know what? I'm not sure why you're not already blue, but there you go. Timothy, you come back and see us, and anytime that we're down there, and we're going to try, you know how phone service is down there, but we're going to try to do some lives. And when we're down in that area, if you ever want to swing by and do a little panning, get your pan wet, meet us, get some free stickers and merchandise, come on over, brother. So guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to cool down with my hot coffee and my 0.41 grams of gold that I just found. Heck yeah, it's worth trying. It's worth trying every time, man. It says, how do you like black people? I like all people. I love everyone. Everyone. It don't matter what color their skin, what national origin, what language they speak. I love everybody. I am a retired firefighter paramedic, and I am absolutely non-biased, and I don't see color. All I see is humans, and I love all humans. Williams has got a lot to go. See you, Lone Wolf. If you get out there on them waters today, good luck, brother. Hopefully the wind ain't hammering like it was yesterday for you. Fishman too, howdy, howdy. IDK, aim into that. Right on, brother. Charlie Murray. Guys, I got to go. Come back in and sit. I'm gonna be live again. You just found $100 bill in your pocket, not sure where it came from. It didn't come from me, Rob, but if I had it, I'd give it to you. You know that for a fact. Later, Steven. Jason E. Minor. I just seen you, brother. We're going to be going live later this weekend. We're going to be in the kayaks. We're going to be doing some fishing. We're going to be doing some gold prospecting. We're going to be doing a little bit of, I don't know, adult stuff. But we're going to be live. So we'll all see you out there. Everybody have a great day. Everybody stay humble. Everybody be kind. Kindness is free. It's very contagious. Share it around. Come back to our lives Mondays and Wednesdays. That's Gentleman Prospector every Monday night at 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. That's Mama Bird 70 every Wednesday night at 4 o'clock East Central, 5 o'clock Eastern. Have some fun joining in the duck races and, just share the love out. We love you guys. I'm ending this. Have a great day. Peace, everybody. Stay gold.